Hi guys, this is my video response for week 5. After watching the video in regards to um, the young man and why he found his way to APU after a tragic event in his life. He was a child immigrant, lost both parents. It's such a tragedy. But he was from the city of Azusa, went to high school there, so he's familiar with the area, and he also was familiar with APU. He went and enlisted into the military. He recognized they had a veterans program at APU, and through faith, he believes that his faith in God helped him get through his tragic events. And he was very thankful in that video, in that short clip there, for America and giving him an opportunity, being an immigrant from Cuba, I think. I'm not sure. So they mentioned faith integration. One of the topics in faith integration was diversity, and then religious beliefs as God's first approach, and then student care, safe and respected, and student affairs team that helps you and assists struggling students. And then they have a bias reporting system that seeks resources for intentional and unintentional acts. So those are some of the things that they mentioned and that they offer, and also service, whereas religious missions that inspire acts of kindness that represents what is holy to God, and diversity. And you talk about diversity with APU. With diversity, it's 50%, 52% of APU's APU is ethically diverse. They offer so many different resources and Cal grants and things of that nature, but religious expression through Title IX, open to all religious beliefs, support the Higher Education Act. Some of the questions that they asked in this post was what aspects of APU mission, of the APU mission-driven community were most significant to you. I think one of the most significant things that is significant to me is that the service, religious missions that inspire acts of kindness that represent what is holy to God. I mean, if you pick a school, that gives you more than just a degree at the end of it. It gives you some sort of a spiritual and a soul connection to where you have a broader understanding of yourself and a purpose. And I think that's what the goal is in that aspect of it all. And then secondly, were you aware of these core attributes prior to attending APU? Was not. To look at some of the diversity advantages that APU offers, and then also the student care deal, where they do offer some programs where you can have some resources that help you if you struggle in some areas. So those are some of the things that really stood out to me in watching this individual take advantage of it, and the readings let me know that I can explore. And then they ask which ones you most align with your personal convictions and beliefs. I think the religious expression aligns mostly with my religious beliefs and my personal opinion. Open to all religious beliefs. I think that if you believe in a higher being and you have faith and you know right from wrong, and you have the ability to repent, then as far as I'm concerned, there is a God, and you have a relationship with God. And so the fact that they have that religious expression and they're open to that, that's great for me. So hopefully that answers some of the questions with that. And then also, let's see what time it is. Also, we have another question here. If someone, oh yeah, here it is. Part B says, if someone was to create your life on film, what would be the synopsis of your story? My my story would be similar to this young man on video, where there was some tragedy early in my life, and which allowed me to seek a higher being and to get clarity on a lot of things that I was confused about and led in different directions, and not having a lot of guidance growing up, and male role models and figures of that nature. And so you find yourself in some challenging situations to where any human being can't help you. And so that help or that support comes from a higher being. So um, that story would be someone like that. That narrative would be a part of that. And then also, who was the most significant in your life story, um, and who will be the be one of the most encouraged in this graduate journey. I think that my dad, my grandfather is extremely significant in my life and my life story. He'd be all over the story because a lot of what he taught me and how he would approach life and the way he carried himself was the barometer for me. And who will be the most encouraged of this journey? Probably my sister. My older sister um, who grew up, dealing with some challenges herself. She had leukemia, and she was able to be cancer free for years, but she's had some issues from it as a young person. And so, education had not been there for her for whatever reason. That was no excuse for her not to pursue her goals and dreams of that nature. But there were a lot of hardships that she had to deal with the disease early in her life. And I think that vicariously through me, she is able to explore some of the advantages that I take advantage of through education and moving forward and having progress. She's a part of it also. So I win, she wins, we win. So that's kind of how we look at it. So hopefully that answers a lot of questions. I'll see you guys, look at some of you guys' posts, see if I can get some more info on the matter, but talk to you guys in a little bit. All right, thanks.